It's actually the Christian worldview that promotes a very high view of the body that says you are supposed to respect your body. You are supposed to honor your body. When it comes to questions like transgenderism, you are supposed to have a harmony between your feelings and your physical self. Francis Schaeffer used to say, one of the reasons that Christians are so ineffective is that they kind of approach each issue in bits and pieces. That was his word, bits and pieces, instead of understanding that there's a common underlying worldview. But let me illustrate by just starting with the cutting edge issue of our day, which is transgenderism, because that's also where it's easiest to see. The underlying worldview for all of these issues turns out to be a divide between our body and who we feel we are as a person. So in transgenderism, it's very evident because transgender activists themselves explicitly say your gender identity has nothing to do with your biological sex. You know, the kids down to kindergarten are being taught, just because you have boy parts doesn't mean you're a boy. Just because you have girl parts doesn't mean you're a girl. And so there's this alienation from the body that is being taught all the way down to kindergarten. In fact, there was a news article not long ago. It was a first grader, a little girl, who came home from school and said, "Mom, my teacher said just because I have girl parts doesn't mean I'm a girl." And she was very distressed. And she's, so what am I? And she literally said to her mother, "Please take me to a doctor so we can find out what I am." And the reason it was in the news is that the parents were suing the school board for emotional distress. But the point is that the worldview then that's being taught to very young children even is that your body is not part of your authentic self. Your body, the BBC had not a documentary, it was kind of like a teen video, and it showed a young girl who identified as non-binary. And she said, your body is just a meat skeleton. And you don't take your identity from your body, you take your identity from your feelings. So the body has been denigrated to just a meat skeleton that tells you nothing about who you are, that gives you no clue to your identity, that gives you no moral guidelines, and that has no intrinsic purpose that you're morally obligated to respect. So that is the underlying view. Surprisingly enough, because the stereotype is that Christians have a low view of this world and of the body, right? Because it's the spirit that counts. And it's the spiritual realm that counts, not the earthly realm. And so for a long time, people thought it's Christianity that denigrates the physical, material world. One of my students put it this way. She said, growing up in the church, I was always taught spirit good, body bad. But it turns out that in comparison with the secular worldviews that are dominant today, it's actually the Christian worldview that promotes a very high view of the body that says you are supposed to respect your body. You are supposed to honor your body. When it comes to questions like transgenderism, you are supposed to have a harmony between your feelings and your physical self. You are meant to honor your biological sex. You are meant to respect your body. You are meant to live in harmony with who God created you to be. So it turns out that the nature of the debate has actually, the tables have been turned. And so now it's Christians who are defending a high view of the body over against a secular worldview that says your body doesn't matter, has no particular meaning or significance, and why should you pay any attention to it anyway?